How many
YouTube channels,
rich people do you see who do YouTube just for fame because they've already gotten rich and now they're like, I don't have the fame of like YouTubers too? I think there's definitely like a huge aspect of that.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like I've seen people who have like objectively all of the wealth they could ever need. They have like massive car collections, huge mansions, and then they're like, I have to build a good YouTube channel now. There's definitely a driving force behind it that's above and beyond just like, do you like filming videos a lot?
Right.
You know?
There's a helping people aspect, changing stuff that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. That's why I wanted to talk about drugs.
Yeah.
Shine like a light on it that wasn't so stereotypical.
Yeah. So like I'm very at the end of the day, everything is like underpinned by, I don't know if that's a word to say it, but
Yeah, it is.
Underpinned by my passion for like, I sort of just like want to change like the medical system, to be honest, like that, especially in Canada too. I would love to see like some of my like US is becoming more progressive in many aspects, but there's still a lot of bullshit going on. And like, I want to be able to bring that to as global of a population as possible and like help people proactively, you know, stay as healthy as possible and optimize their lives. So like when I get like so frustrated when I hear of like your inability to get what you need, just like talking to stupid doctors who are like arguing with you about like trying to
They're making me feel dumb.
Yeah, like you're literally trying to pay for it yourself. Like you're not even allowed to without their like permission. Like how baffling is that? At least in the States you can like pay for whatever you want without a guy like shitting on you for it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, like here
it's egos, man.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
It's like you're literally like asking your dad, like, can I please go to the store and like buy this thing? It's like no.
Dad, I have a really bad headache. I just want an Advil. No, you can't have it.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, dude.
I don't understand, but I think because you've got this underpinned passion that on the burnout thing, just to like close this one up, there's like a lot. I think a lot of people burn out on YouTube when they're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I feel like when they're just trying to be primarily entertainment based and they have no substance to what they're doing, then that's more likely to occur.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are just like, oh, like what's a fucking like challenge that's viral I can do with like my fake girlfriend, you know, or like my family that I like made a family channel for that's like not even fucking like real in some cases.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. I imagine burnout is very real, but for somebody who's like driven by something above and beyond like the actual numbers and is like these numbers equate to people helped. And also, you know, monetary incentive on my part too to like build a high quality life.
Yeah.
That kind of shit is like.
But that's the people you're talking about. That's their only incentive is the monetary incentive.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like no real passion for what they're doing above and beyond that. So.
Well, I mean, like, you know, the fame and the influence, but I think it all ties into the monetary.
Yeah.
Thing ultimately.
Yeah.
Which I think is a lot of people who do YouTube. Like how many
rich people do you see who do YouTube just for fame because they've already gotten rich and now they're like, I don't have the fame of like YouTubers too? I think there's definitely like a huge aspect of that.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like I've seen people who have like objectively all of the wealth they could ever need. They have like massive car collections, huge mansions, and then they're like, I have to build a good YouTube channel now. And then all of a sudden they're like putting out daily content and like trying to build their like fame because it's like the one, you know, social.
Like actors do that, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of that shit. And it's like you don't even know if they enjoy doing it or if they're just doing it because they just want to stay relevant.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
it's a weird world we live in.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like I don't like. Obviously, you've been around for a while, but it's like crazy that, like you said in the last podcast, that a channel about like your stuff made it to like it's like pretty fucking big, like 2.2 million subscribers or whatever. Like
for the content that it's about, yes.
Yeah. So it's like that's cool, you know, like. Being able to bring that kind of knowledge to the masses.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm happy that somebody is doing that type of stuff. I started making videos, and I've talked about this a lot before, to not be a broken record, because lots of reasons, but one of the big ones was I wanted to influence and inspire other people to share their story, because if more people talk about, say, some of the benefits and negative effects, if people just openly discuss positive, negatives, everything about substances and kind of like bring it into the forefront of the conversation instead of keeping it behind closed doors, it's going to literally do that. It's going to open up those doors and it's going to bring forth the healing potential above all else, because how are you going to access the healing potential when it's shrouded in all of this danger potential that is sometimes justified, and because it's so shrouded in danger, people can't see how it can be healing, and they just, for that same reason, they don't know how to use it in a healing way, so it becomes even more dangerous. And it's like, I realize that the more people who talk about their experiences, the more normalized it becomes, and the more normalized it becomes, the more people who can be helped by it. So it's like, that was me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to show and part of what I wanted to do personally that I failed miserably at is I wanted to show people what it looks like to be a healthy and, you know, by societal standards, successful person who also has these experiences and who can learn and grow from them.
Right.
So I kind of wish I was more in the healthy realm because I sometimes fail at that. But at least like physically, I look healthy.
No, I think you're doing a pretty fucking good job.
I'm doing my best. It kind of transitioned from like me, like what I wanted it to be, to like more what it authentically is. And there's also some, I think, harm reduction and help in showing authentically what it's like, because I think it's also healthy to show people that we're all fucked up. Yeah,
exactly. Like even me talking about like my sleep hygiene, it does not reflect what I advocate on my channel. It doesn't necessarily like help my image to be like, look how like fucked up my sleep schedule is, when I would suggest something totally contradictory to it.
Yeah.
Just like you, it doesn't help to talk about how, you know, you aren't necessarily like you're fucking healthy, to be honest, by like all standards. Like you have a pretty good diet, you know, you exercise, blah, blah, blah. You have low T, you know, you take kratom, but so like it's not like you're the epitome of perfectness, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You said it better.
Yeah. So like even for me, because people think, you know, if I say something, I'm just like, you know, fucking gospel sometimes, and like even I can't maintain like perfect rigidity in like everything I'm doing.
I think that's huge just in its own right, because people have these unrealistic standards in like all aspects of life that is pushed by the same platform that we're on.
Yeah.
And like often it's like in an indirect way, but it's definitely pushed. And I think it's part of the reason why we're so hard on ourselves.
Yeah. Circling back to the burnout conversation. So I'm interested, like for you, you've mentioned you've experienced it already before. You've kind of like, you've been around longer than I have.
Kids and stuff. So it's different for me, but yeah.
Yeah. But you sort of have like a more realistic grasp on probably what is sustainable for you and like where you're at with things. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?